apparently now been delayed. So here we go. And they're off.
Jimbo with the first corner pass, taking it over Don Vinkemulder.
Oh, Vinkemulder up on the pipe going through the washboard section. Oh, man.
Total carnage in the back of the pack.
That poor white truck. And that drew that turn marshal away from everything that was going on through the washboard section. So, yeah, none of that was good.
Ronda losing one spot as well. Mark Schroeder, I believe, one of the pit guys for CJ Jelen as well.
Yes, sir, from Red Bluff, California. Up near A-Main Hobbies in Chico. Jimbo Kvidera from second on the grid. Mr. RC Addiction Products and
newest Techno
Nitro.
Addiction as well,
Yeah.
or Techno Edition. Well, not Addiction.
Well, it might be that also. And Nitro Pro Fuel. Play around the two off-camber corners. He's got a huge lead already.
He does.
Kvidera, Vinkemulder, Schroeder, Drake, and Preugschat, top five. Mark Schroeder was the big mover. Jose Alvarado, a big mover, up to 6 from 13th on the grid. That's a massive gain here in just the opening 1 minute, 30 seconds left.
Jose's the fairly new West Coast representative for TLR.
Ah, they've been calling him Avocado in the LiveRC chat room.
Kenny Morris calling it right now, saying that Jimbo's about to check out on the field.
No, Don Vinkemulder's won a whole lot of 40-over races here.
And Ronda Drake's not about to let anybody get away.
Nope. Back Ronda moving back to the third spot, getting around.
Oh, but running straight into Preugschat over the triple. They came together.
Beat it.
See ya, fool.
Move.
Uh-oh, looks like Ronda is broken.
Oh. Got Sevok instant replay here. Find out how she sawed off the right front. Came up short, punched it.
Kaboomy.
Yeah, and then augured in on that right front, and game over. We got Papa Hooks coming in here to thaw out.
Sadly for the Drake clan, Adam actually had some trouble in the truck B main, C main, something main. But while we were not paying attention, Don Vinkemulder back out to the lead over Jimbo. See what goes down here.
So that whole Jimbo checking out thing, not happening yet. Vinkemulder's going to have something to say about that. Jimbo sideways through the end of the washboard section.
Our Facebook live chat is bummed out right now for Ronda Drake. Actually, we're bummed out here in the.
I think everybody's just kind of bummed out. We all wanted to see Ronda do pretty well. She's been part of the RC community for so long. She's won some lower class stuff in electric.
She should have one more chance tonight, right? Expert truck.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's true. Let's
see Adam take it back to pit lane, get her fixed up, maybe get some laps and get ready for expert truck. One more chance for the Drake, the female Drake.
Jimbo sending it in on Vinkemulder.
Just to fly off the track in the next corner.
And Vinkemulder helps him over the pipe as he came through the washboard there with a head full of steam. Blasted him up over the pipe. And Vinkemulder running his purple and orange. What makes that truck stand out, though, are the bright yellow wheels, and that might be the strategy there to help get him around in the dark here.
That's a 40-plus specialty, is yellow wheels. Got to be able to see in the dark.
And as you say that, Jimbo driving up the inside as Mr. Yellow Wheels Vinkemulder had driven off the track back to straightaway. Jimbo's running white wheels.
Jimbo is running white wheels, but he wears glasses, so I believe he has compounded.
So
he's trying to fix the problem.
So Jimbo wheeling down the first of the two off-camber corners, trying to jump down into the gravity cavity. First time I've called it that this week. Jimbo and Don out front on the top right corner. They are 15 seconds up on Jose Alvarado, with Bill Mason running fourth and Chris Nelson fifth. Bill Mason knows this track better than anybody here. He's the club president of the Arizona RC Racers.
Jose Alvarado continues to climb from his bump spot, cruising along nicely right now.
And I won't be giving any shout-outs or checking out the chat room a whole lot during this race, but shout-out to Jose Padron's children, Albert Pepin. We're watching live on Facebook at 3. Jimbo Kvidera, Don Vinkemulder, second and a half apart the last time at the line last time by.
For those asking, after this, it will be Sportsman Truck, Expert Truck, and then Pro Truck. So we still have Pro Truck to go tonight. So stay tuned in either here on Facebook or go ahead and get your bonus lap pass so you can watch the Pro Main on LiveRC.com.
All access pass is what you'll need to watch the rest of the weekend with moving cameras and our commentary here from the Savak broadcast booth. And plus, you'll get access to all the race replays as well. And a $25 gift certificate, title sponsors A-Main Hobbies. Jimbo Kvidera with a 2-second lead now, starting to inch away from Don Vinkemulder. And Vinkemulder make his way back.
James Arluck in the chat, bummed to know that Ronda's 40, just for her to not make the actual full main.
Man, she let everyone know her real age for nothing. Oh, James Arluck. Jimbo Kvidera, Don Vinkemulder, Chris Nelson, Bill Mason, and Jose Alvarado still the top 5. And Vinkemulder on this lap, pretty much an identical lap time to Kvidera, making up a few thousandths of a second.
Looks like they're coming around to lap Shane Simmons.
Here's Chris Nelson and Bill Mason battle for the final podium position. Nelson out of control over the final triple. He rolls it over Bill Mason, looking around the outside, can't make it happen. Tries to square him up at the top of the hill. Looks like Mason's driving a Techno truck. And Nelson, a long-time Mugen Seiki diehard.
So I've always wondered, is Chris Nelson of any relation to Dylan Nelson? Probably not, no?
Absolutely. Jimbo Kvidera made a little mistake, and now Don Vinkemulder has reeled him in to make it a battle once again up the back straightaway. Vinkemulder's truck skipping around, and Kvidera motored past, but then he went way wide into turn number 1 back there, and Vinkemulder right back up under the rear wing. They were half second apart the line last time by after Kvidera gave up a second and a half. And now 8 minutes down, 22 minutes to go. About half the field is pitted. Here comes Kvidera into pit lane. Vinkemulder's going to stay out one more lap. Can't imagine Vinkemulder or anybody else is going to try to go 10 minutes and make this on 2 stops. Doesn't really.
He's done it before.
Yeah. Just, I don't really see the need tonight. Although at this point, really, I don't know if it's really worth going 8:45. Here we go with pit stops for the rest of the field. Vinkemulder, the only one in the top 9 who hasn't yet pitted.
I'm going to go ahead and say it at this point. I think not Jimbo, Don's going to go ahead and try to go 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think at this point with him going around, because the next time he comes by is going to be 9:30. And at that point, you're choosing to either go 9:30 or like 10:15. So really, if Vinkemulder is confident he can do this race on 2 stops, he would need to be able to go 10:15.
Having done something like that before, it's always good at the beginning of the race when your tires are fresher to go ahead and stretch it early on and then run a shorter pit at the end, because that's when you're burning through more tires, everything's super hot and worn out. So that's probably what Don's going to end up doing here.
There is a battle through the center of the track.
Jimbo's trying to work through the field right now, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Got traffic ahead.
Actually, I believe he may have. Yeah, no, he's trying to work through the field.
That's Simmons, Tomsovic, Preugschat, and Tellefson. That's 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. Jose Alvarado, Mr. Avocado is what they've been calling him online. I think this is Mason
That's definitely Jose Alvarado. Now that Bill Mason. Now, fourth. And Jose Alvarado.
Don Vinkemulder into pit lane right at 10:05. That's close. So here is a good battle for the fourth spot.
Oh, man. Jose Alvarado trying for the inside pass.
Oh.
Bill Mason giving him the what for. The what for, not a what for. The.
Let's see if Alvarado can respond back with a what 5.
My goodness.
And instead, he just drove around the outside as Mason spun out on top of the bridge. 11 minutes down, 19 minutes remaining.
All right, so Don Vinkemulder has effectively made Jimbo's life way harder after this pit stop strategy.
Oh, yeah, because Jimbo's going to have to pit an extra time.
So if he wants to win this race, he needs to pull a 5 or 6 second gap on Donnie Vinkemulder.
Right.
And right now, he's in the second place spot, so he's got some work to do.
Yeah, he's about 12 seconds in the negative from what he needs going into like the 23-minute mark in order to be able to finish up his pit stop with the race lead.
Mr. Consistent in the chat room says that's a bold strategy, Caught.
Yeah, we'll see how that pays out for him.
Oh, man. Nailed that one. That was good. It's like we know what we're doing in here.
We have seen a movie.
I actually haven't seen it. I just know the quote.
This is my surprise face.
Yeah, but nobody else can see it. So that effectively was not helpful. For those of you out there in TV land,
I'm
he
sure
was surprised.
They can understand. They knew what my surprise face looked like. Not surprised, Tyler. 12-10 down, 17:50 left to go.
Hi, Tom Rinderneck and Chris Toko. They have just joined our Facebook chat.
And Jason Kupzik, a boatman. Cole Ogden watching from the Mugen Safety Pit. Here's Don Vinkemulder and Jimbo Kvidera. Yeah, Jimbo's last lap, fastest lap of the race, 39.4. And Don Vinkemulder a 40.9. So he gave up a second and a half, and that allowed Kvidera to close the gap, but it looks like Kvidera's made a bobble just off screen, and Vinkemulder able to stretch out. And at least he's not in, defense mode anymore.
Right.
Sort of just drive around the track, try to keep up the pace.
I'm going to go ahead and call Cole Ogden out for, hopefully he's listening in pit lane, or in his pits.
Because he said he's going to win the Pro Truck Man?
Well, no, because he should be out there watching his boy Jimbo.
Oh, yeah.
And instead he's sitting in the pits.
Well, he might be trackside watching.
I'm gonna bet not.
Yeah, I'm going to say. He did say he's going to win the Pro Truck Man. I don't know.
Did he?
Yeah, he said that after his B-Main interview. I said, what's your goal for the main? He's like, I'm going to win it. And I'm calling it right now. Like Babe Ruth pointing his bat out toward left center.
He had some speed. We'll see. Maybe he can make it happen. I don't know if he had enough speed.
I don't know if he had enough to get it 15th on the grid.
Hey, anything can happen. Stranger things have happened.
Have you seen that show?
Hashtag Stranger Things. No, I haven't.
Here comes Donnie V going under the overpass. And with just over under 4/10 of a second on Jimbo Kvidera at the line last time by. That Jimbo right behind him with a head of steam coming through the washboard section. I was just sort of waiting for Kvidera to either disappear or for Vinkemulder to make a mistake, and instead Kvidera comes in here, beep, beep.
Jimbo showing that Nitro Pro power.
Yeah, driving up the inside. Nope. But
oh, man. Vinkemulder crashing.
All right. Lucky that he didn't crash off the overpass over there.
So if Jimbo wants to make this a race after the last pit stop, he needs to pull another 4 or 5 seconds.
Yep. The next driver to pit, well, he's going to pit next.
Right.
He'll pit about the 15, 16-minute mark. And then Donnie V will pit at the 20-minute mark. And Jimbo looks like he's driving with much more urgency now. I think that may have sunk in that he's going to do the extra pit stop because it looks like he's just ripping on it now.
That's possible. Or Cole Ogden is in pit lane yelling at him. That's usually a pretty good motivator for Jimbo.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking is Cole's down there barking at him, and that's getting Jimbo
fired up.
Actually get moving.
I actually switched to Nitro Pro Fuel last year. Well,
Jimbo's
good
from
stuff.
Florida, right?
Yes. I think it's northern Florida. Oh, man, but I believe he just crashed.
Yeah, I think that was him too. So that might have been Cole Ogden's influence as well. I didn't see him go across the washboard section either.
He was behind Donnie V. He crashed before the washboard.
Oh, okay, yeah. It looked like he just went in for his second pit stop. So, yeah. Minutes into this 30-minute main event, we are past the halfway point.
So it looks like the Techno boys pitting for Jimbo Kvidera have had the fastest pit stop time. Just kidding, I lied. Mark Schroeder's pit team had the fastest pit stop time. Just kidding, I lied again. It was Shane Preugschat.
Vinkemulder out front by 3 seconds at the line last time by, but then Jimbo ducked into pit lane. Like some sort of...
Got something going down in pit lane right now. Split cam right now.
Surgery going on Chris Nelson's truck. Nelson was running in the 6th position.
How did you know that was Nelson's truck?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, man, Schroeder just get hung up pit lane.
One-man pit stop in and out there.
That was Ron Lupel, pit guy.
Oh, yeah.
Can't remember his name. Sorry about it.
Ron Lupel's pit guy?
Yeah.
It's on his birth certificate. First name, Ron Lupel's.
Second name,
last name, pit guy.
They have middle names.
He comes from a family of pit guys. Vinkemulder out front. Kvidera is still hanging on to the 2nd spot, but we'll see what the gap is after Kvidera's out lap here. Our Protec RC pit lane cam on the right-hand side. And Don Vinkemulder working his way through the triple on the left hand.
Jimbo does have the fastest lap of the race by quite a bit.
Yeah, he's the only one in the 39s, and it was a good 39 too, 39.4.
About 9/10 of a second faster than anybody else.
Yeah.
So Jimbo laying it down, but making a little bit more mistakes than Donnie V. The Facebook chat calling out Brad Brucker in pit lane, telling him he needs to pick it up.
Yeah.
Harsh.
Kevin Tomsovic getting smoked in the pits. No, Tomsovic's pit stop was an 8.07. It was actually the fastest stop of that last round. So Scott Meekum, sorry buddy, but Brucker killed it that round.
Maybe Brucker knows what he's doing.
Right.
Papa Code team manager.
Brucker took that pit gun, spun around his finger, and blew off the nozzle like he was in gun smoke.
Oh man, let's hope he didn't do that. That would be the nerdiest thing to happen.
He's wearing a holster for it. My dad actually made himself a PVC holster for his pit gun.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Speaking of fast pit stop, me and Doug Hooks, who's sitting in here, my father, we're about to throw it down for Alex Van Ketten in the main, so y'all better watch out for those pit times.
And we already have a deal, right, you and me?
Do we?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Alex needs to either win or saw it off because I'm supposed to be commentating, apparently.
They said if he's not out front by the 20-minute mark. And for those of you watching at home, you couldn't see me making the cutthroat motion.
And my father laughing.
Right, yeah. Wheeze laughing in the front of the trailer. As he, for some reason, thinks that, laughing from 20 feet away is going to disrupt our broadcast. As if I haven't said enough ridiculous things in the last 72 hours.
Steven Smith telling us that this is much more exciting than Formula E. I'd like to think so as well.
Yeah.
So Donnie V has crashed on his end lap. That's going to let Jimbo by. We'll see what happens on the next lap.
This is Vinkemulder's last stop for fuel, in and out.
Want to say his pit guys are Zachary Casella, and I don't know who the other guy was.
And a 9.7-second pit stop. So matching Kvidera in pit lane, but Jimbo will need an extra stop. And that'll probably come around like the 24-minute mark.
This may be enough, though. We'll see.
Actually, his last one was at 15:46, so
He'll be
yeah,
at
he'd be at like 22:30 would be right on it. So maybe he goes 24:30. And Vinkemulder closed the gap. And who's that?
Jane Simmons.
Oh, Eric Deschenes.
Maybe. Oh, yep. He is fading back.
B go. B stopped. Nothing?
No, I'm going to ignore that.
Aww. So Jimbo Kvidera out front by, he does have a 7.4-second lead, so if he can maintain this for another minute or two, he might be able to get in and out. No, he's going to need more than that. Their pit times have been about 9.7 last time by, so he would need another like 1.5 to 2 seconds. It's down to 8 seconds now. Oh, and Vinkemulder casing that last triple. That's a good thing for Kvidera. Actually, Kvidera under the overpass, just as Donnie V was going over the top of it.
Donnie V may be having trouble, but I could also be wrong. He's going. Not really sure.
I don't know. It looked like the front of that truck was bouncing coming onto the straightaway.
Yeah, it looks like something might be bent. But he's going to drive it. He's going to see what happens.
Ronda Drake getting back on the track. So it looks like the only two out of this one for good are Eric Deschenes and Shane Simmons.
Ronda putting in the second fastest lap of the race, getting ready for expert truck.
Oh, yeah, the only other driver in the 39s.
I believe Donnie V is also getting ready for expert truck.
Yep.
Seeing if he can put that Team Losi Racing truck on 2 podiums tonight. He's done it before, I believe.
Oh, yeah. He's won both of them.
We are watching Chris Nelson right now in the 7th place spot.
After whatever minor surgery happened to the nose of that truck. Just a little rhinoplasty.
Someone just had a major crash right outside the trailer. Just we heard them light the tires up.
Jimbo Kvidera working on lap number 34.
Jimbo coming into pit lane.
Oh, yeah.
Final pit stop. I think he's going to gap Donnie on this one, but we'll see.
And we'll see if Vinkemulder was able to close up there. It was 10.7 seconds. That's right around on the bubble for how long it would take. Oh, it looks like, is that Nelson's truck that was limping a little bit on the left front?
It looks like maybe they had to fix the body, so it's just going to look messed up.
Right. So not a very successful rhinoplasty.
All right, so here they come around. Let's see who came out first.
I don't know. Nelson's truck looks broke.
Jimbo still in the lead over Donnie V.
Wow, by 5 seconds. What happened?
He had built up enough of a gap, I guess.
Oh, yeah, because 5 laps ago, Donnie V had a 45.7 and then a 48. And so now it's up to Vinkemulder. Can he reel in Kvidera?
I don't know. I still think there may be something wrong with the front. We'll find out later.
Here is the race leader, Jimbo Kvidera. Lap.
Uh-oh.
Real bad lap. 47.8.
Leroy Hearn would not say real decent on that.
No, that is undecent. That is indecent.
Negative decent.
And so Jimbo Kvidera, about 5 minutes and 20 seconds away from the 40 over truck championship. Turn marshal out there in shorts. Kvidera opting to jump his way through the front rhythm section, even with 2 lapped cars.
All right, so just be aware, guys. We're gonna have a little bit of a stutter on our internet here for a couple seconds, and then we'll back up and run just fine in about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Sounds like Don Vinkemulder running into some technical issues.
We called it earlier. It must be getting worse. It almost looked like maybe he had a servo problem.
Oh, yeah. 56.185 last time by. He's in the pits for a 3rd time. And so Kvidera's coming by right here to put him down a lap. That could put Jose Alvarado to 2nd and Kenny Brosh, the race announcer, in 3rd.
Race announcer extraordinaire. Been braving the weather this weekend.
No kidding. Sitting in an unenclosed platform with an easy up over the top. Calling the race. 19. And Brosh could be jumping up to a podium finish. He's now on the same lap as Don Vinkemulder.
Jimmy Babcock came in here earlier and told us that Kenny Brosh has been braving the weather. The weather is not a super good thing for Mr. Brosh, and he's been trying his best out there, make it happen, make this one of the best races it can be. We think he's doing a pretty good job, and
yep,
he may end up on the podium here, as it looked like Donnie Vinkemulder's off the track.
Yep, Vinkemulder confirmed off the track, and Jose Alvarado has now moved to the 2nd spot. And waiting on Kenny Brosh to go by. And actually Bill Mason fighting his way past Kenny Brosh.
Battle of the local boys.
Yeah, battle between the AZRCR president and the Dirt Nitro Challenge announcer for the last decade plus to decide the final podium spot. Shane Preugschat from Pacific Northwest in the top 5. He's just over a 2.5 out of that battle anyway. So 3rd, 4th, and 5th separated by about 3.3 seconds with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left to go.
Looked like Jimbo has checked out, trying to stomp everyone out with authority on this one.
Yeah. Somebody called in our chat room, called Kvidera as the driver to run away, and he's nearly a minute up on Jose Alvarado.
That was Kenny Morris.
Oh, yeah.
Calling it early on. He was right.
Nailed it. There's 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. He's nearly a minute out in front of everybody else. Oh, battle into the washboard section. That is Mason and Brosh. And checking up for the final podium spot. Brosh trying to get by. That is Mason and Brosh. Brosh in the white, blue, and black, trying to get around Mason in the all-white. Mason rolls it over. Brosh gets by, and we hear the crowd outside going nuts. Kenny Brosh in 3rd now with 1:45 left to go. And he's got over a straightaway lead on Bill Mason.
1 minute, 30 seconds left to go. Jimbo Kvidera on his way to a win. And Jose Alvarado and Kenny Brosh moving up to the 3rd spot on this lap.
1:20 seconds left to go. Kenny should make it by for one more after this one. And he doesn't have a shot at 2nd, but he's got no pressure behind him in 3rd. He just needs to go around the track 2 more times to claim a podium.
Oh, man.
Oh, just as I said, he rolls it over at the end of the front straightaway. And is that Mason?
No, I think that's Preugschat.
Oh, Preugschat now reeling him in, because Mason's dropped to 6th, so it's Brosh, Preugschat, Nelson, and Mason. And so a battle for 3rd rages on, and I got to head out to the driver's stand. I'm going to leave you here with Tyler Hooks for the rest of the call.
We'll see Aaron shortly. So we've got 45 seconds left to go. One more lap for these guys. Let's see what's going to happen. Looks like Jimbo has a lap on the field, so he's going to take the win. Jose Alvarado will most likely take 2nd. Kenny Brosh running 3rd. Preugschat behind him. Kenny with about a 3 or 4 second lead, so he should be pretty comfortable as long as he keeps it on all 4 wheels. Jimbo coming around for one more lap. Jose Alvarado getting another lap. This should be the last lap for Kenny Brosh and Shane Preugschat, though. So we're watching them come around for their last lap. Kenny Brosh getting it a little wrong in the whoop section, but saving it. Just trying to get it back around to the finish line. Preugschat flying off the track. Oh, man. It's going to be Kenny Brosh third place, and the crowd's going wild outside. Preugschat coming around for fourth. Here comes Jimbo. We're watching Jimbo as he comes around to take the win. Over a lap win on the field. Team Techno Nitro Pro Fuel RC Addiction product, Jimbo Kvidera. Jose Alvarado for Team Losi Racing takes second. Kenny Brosh, our own announcer for this event, takes third. Shane Preugschat fourth. Chris Nelson in fifth.
So Alvarado from 13th and Kenny Brosh from 12th.
So both of our expert drivers that will be running the mains later on having trouble in this one. We might have more, but I know Don Vinkemulder and Ronda Drake will be running later on. So we are now sending it down to the Spectrum Race Report with Aaron Waldron.
Up here with the top 3 podium finishers from the 40 over truck class and taking the win, Jimbo Kvidera. It was a little shaky at first, but once you got out front, it seemed pretty easy from there.
Yeah, I was trying to just drive with Don. Don was gone, and I just made a couple bobbles in the beginning. I just had to smoothen it out a little, and I don't know what happened to Don. He made a mistake. I got by, and then his truck broke, so that's too bad. But we had a great race going. I mean, it was a lot of fun with him. He was doing really good. You know, little bobbles, but all in all, just got it to work. So very happy.
Really, anybody you want to thank back home?
Oh yeah, I mean, I got